Have you ever had those days where you just want to stay in your pajamas all day and veg out? I used to really enjoy having those days where I can just watch my Lifetime movies and get so caught up in the drama. And now I started to see my kids do the same thing. I'm Veenu Keller. It's time to redefine parenting and give your kids a childhood they won't have to heal from. There was a time years and years ago, on those days of my pajama days, I used to call my pajama days. And I have a husband I was married 2 years ago, and he used to call them my lazy days. And lazy day became a word to me. And every time that I would get home from work and I would do everything right for the whole week, make sure the kids were ready for their day, make sure I was ready. I worked late. Sometimes I was on crisis pager and I was up all night at the mental health institute trying to, help clients. And all of a sudden it was Saturday and I was like, oh yes, my lazy day. And it just brought down that feeling that I wasn't doing it right, that feeling that something was wrong with me. Who wants that? I don't want a lazy day. It wasn't until a few years ago, I had this coach that said, do you ever, recharge, have a Veenu day? And I'm like, I used to. And she was like, well, what stopped it? I said, I feel lazy when I do it. I feel like there's no time to just be in my pajamas and veg out in front of the TV. Like I have to be doing something. Like time is money. And she goes, oh, that's interesting. Where did that belief come from? And it went honestly back 30 years ago when I was married to my ex-husband. And it just built. And it also went into my children because my children on weekends, I don't know about yours, but mine like to stay in their pajamas. And I will say to them, what are you doing? It's not time to be lazy. I talk about that inner voice. This is the inner voice I was giving her. I was saying, don't be lazy, don't be lazy. However, when I was able to change the meaning into a recharge day, my life got brighter and bigger. Not only do I get to have my pajama days with my favorite Netflix binge watching shows, but my daughter gets to have it. And sometimes I'll say, well, are we going to get dressed today? And she'll say, it's a recharge day. And I all of a sudden celebrate that. I celebrate that my daughter understands that sometimes we have to recharge. How are you recharging? Put in the comments right now, how do you recharge? How do you unplug and be able to light yourself back up? Because one of the things that we do is we run on fake energy. That day that you're done and you feel good, and when you sit back in bed and you're like, I'm exhausted. That's fake energy. But when you get done with your day and you sit in bed and you're like, today was a great day, and you're able to just calm your mind and calm your body and get a good night's sleep, that's true energy. How are you getting true energy? You need your recharge days. If you could teach yourself that now as a parent, can you imagine the influence you're having on your kids? How many recharge days does your kids get? Because you know what? They may not have the same busy day that we do, but in their little minds, they are just as busy. If not more than us, their brains are going, and they don't know how to slow down. What if we gave them permission, even at a young age, to recharge? What if we gave them permission to learn self-care? How many of you out there, just put in the comments right now, don't self-care? It took me a long time. It took me a long time to learn how to self-care because I thought self-care was selfish. I thought self-care was being lazy. I thought self-care meant I wasn't getting things done that needed to get done and I was going to get behind. When you change the meaning of something to mean something more empowering, bigger, better, brighter, your life becomes that too. I give you permission to have a recharge day. Not only that, get your calendar out right now and see which day this month that you could have a recharge day and bring your kids into that. Have an official family recharge day where people could stay in their pajamas, they can get their sweatpants on, whatever it is to feel comfortable and do whatever they want just to relax and not have any agenda, not have anything that they have to do. Matter of fact, we're going to teach them that they get to do. They get to recharge. They get to learn this at a young age. Watch what it does to their grades. Watch what it does to them listening to you and getting things done. Watch how organized they start to become because their energy gets bigger and brighter, just like ours do. Another thing you could do is make a list of what are the things that do recharge you. Is it getting a massage? Is it getting a facial? Is it taking a trip overnight with your partner just to get away from the rat race that we all live in? What can you do? When you have a list of things that you like to do and you get your kids to make a list of things that they like to do, sometimes your recharge days actually become fun family days because it's really about letting go of the agenda and finding what you guys like to do together to spend that time. To spend that time together, bonding and recharging without any expectations, without any chores to do, without any reprimand. It's just plain family fun each and every day when you recharge yourself. Bring that energy back alive in you because what we digest, we give to our kids and they feel it. And they also feed off that energy. There was another video I did on blame and shame, and you can click here to watch that. This really gives them permission to take away that blame and that shame of feeling lonely and not good enough, and really invite them to come back and recharge by putting those two strategies together.